A severe thunderstorm developed over a remote and isolated region. Meteorological systems tracked the storm as a standard high-energy weather event. Satellite feeds showed dense cloud formation expanding rapidly across the area. Pressure systems aligned with typical severe storm behavior patterns. Lightning activity was intense. Strikes hit across wide distances, illuminating the sky repeatedly. Wind speeds were elevated. Gusts moved unpredictably, pushing debris across open terrain. Rainfall was consistent with severe storm conditions. Visibility dropped as heavy rain covered the region completely. Everything appeared normal, at least in the beginning. Storm models predicted standard progression and gradual dissipation, but then something changed. Lightning behavior shifted. Multiple strikes began targeting the same point repeatedly, not randomly distributed as expected, but concentrated, precise. The same location was hit again and again with increasing intensity. Frequency of strikes increased rapidly. Energy levels within the storm rose beyond predicted limits. Sensors detected abnormal electrical charge buildup in a localized zone, and unexpectedly, the lightning stopped reaching the ground. Mid-air discharges formed instead. Electric arcs began connecting with each other, suspended, stable, visible. Energy no longer behaved like normal lightning. It began organizing, forming connections between multiple discharge points, creating a network of electrical pathways in the sky. Then a shape started to appear, faint at first. Barely distinguishable through the storm, but growing clearer with each second. Large, defined. Not random electrical discharge, but organized energy formation. The structure expanded within the storm cloud system. Lightning no longer struck independently. It moved together, as one system, as one formation. The shape resembled a living entity, composed entirely of lightning. Its outline shifted constantly yet remained recognizable, maintaining cohesion despite continuous electrical movement. The storm itself began reacting to it. Cloud patterns shifted direction. Wind currents adjusted. Rain intensity fluctuated unpredictably, as if the storm was no longer acting alone, but being influenced or controlled. Power infrastructure in surrounding areas began failing simultaneously. Electrical grids shut down instantly. Transformers overloaded without warning. Communication systems experienced total interference. Signals dropped. Frequencies distorted. Navigation systems malfunctioned. The entire region entered a state of electrical instability, and at the center of it, the entity remained, active, moving, observing. The lightning entity continued shifting within the storm system. It changed position without breaking its structure, moving across the sky with controlled motion, not drifting, not scattering, but relocating with intention. Each movement triggered new lightning patterns around it. Strikes followed its position. Energy concentrated where it moved. The storm intensified further. Winds grew stronger. Rainfall became erratic. Lightning density increased beyond normal atmospheric limits. Observers reported flashes occurring faster than natural intervals. Almost continuous illumination of the sky. The entity expanded briefly, structure growing larger and more complex. Electrical branches extending outward like limbs, then retracting, reforming, maintaining its core shape. For several minutes, it remained stable, holding form within unstable conditions. Then something changed again. Its movement slowed. The structure began to destabilize. Electrical connections weakened. Arcs separated, reconnected, then separated again. The cohesion that held it together started breaking down. The shape became less defined, less controlled, more chaotic. Lightning began returning to ground strikes gradually. Structured formations started dissolving, piece by piece, fragment by fragment. Then, without warning, it dispersed completely, breaking apart into normal lightning activity. No central form remained, no visible structure, only standard storm behavior. The storm itself began stabilizing shortly after. Wind speeds decreased. Lightning returned to random distribution patterns. Rainfall normalized. Within a short time, the storm system moved on, leaving no visible trace behind, no physical evidence, no residual energy readings, nothing to confirm what had formed in the sky. Only recorded data remained. and fragmented visual footage. Some researchers suggest rare electrical field interactions under extreme atmospheric conditions, unusual charge distributions, complex plasma formations, possibly creating temporary structured energy states. Others believe it may represent a form of energy-based phenomenon not yet understood, system capable of organizing electrical discharge into stable formations. Something not previously observed in atmospheric science, but no confirmed explanation exists. No repeat occurrence has been officially documented. No controlled environment has reproduced the event, which leaves one question unanswered. Was it a rare natural anomaly, or something that formed with purpose? If you want the full story, go to Mysterious Monsters, watch the full video, answer the quiz, and tell us your theory. Because sometimes, a storm doesn't just happen, it becomes something.